Hello! Welcome to my Psychic Zodiac tribe. I hope you're all well, and thank you for once again joining in for your Zodiac wheel reading for November 2019. Well, we're on the home stretch now to 2020, and what a year it's been. It hasn't finished yet. Of course, this is November, and we've learned a lot through it out of all these energies, and a lot of you, I feel, have noticed that we seem to be travelling at warp speed. Well, yes, in a lot of ways that's actually quite true. The acceleration has moved up a gear. And with that, we have also been experiencing the Pluto-Saturn conjunction in Capricorn, as well as the stelliums that have been taking place in Capricorn at the beginning of the year, and we've got another one coming at the end of the year. So there's a bit of an acceleration with that, a quickening. Testings, initiations. So keeping in mind that the Capricorn energy is one that does govern the serious side of things, and I have felt that this year has been a bit serious at times, so I'm sure there's those of you that can relate to that. Now this month I'm focusing on each sign's frequency to give you a general reading and a guide for your sun sign, rising sign and moon sign. So I will delve into the different doorways of each zodiac house and share the message I find there with you. Now this will reveal aspects of your career, your health, friendship, debt, love, family, and then following the zodiac spread is your confirmation card with this month's animal totem, which I use the beautiful animal cards here. They're very gorgeous, lots of lovely helpful information, and I'd like to also welcome any of you new viewers, and just to let you know, this is a general reading for the collective, but please do join our tribe and become a member of our community by clicking on that subscribe button there. So now I will start focusing on the zodiac wheel reading for Aries. So we have a lovely Aries card there. I've put some new lighting in, so I hope that makes a bit of a difference. So I'll just center now and focus on the Aries frequency. If you'd like to breathe in slowly with me, and then breathe out, and we'll do this a couple more times while I focus on Aries, the frequency of Aries, and what messages there are for Aries. I invite Great Spirit, angels and my guides to join me with this reading for Aries, and thank you for any messages that come through in this reading for Aries' highest good and for the good of all concerned. Whoa, okay. Thank you. Hold on a jiffy, I'll just get those cards. Alright, number one card we have here is, and is that, I hope that is the Ace of Pentacles. Then we had the Ace of Swords, followed by the Knight of Wands, well, how about that? Perfect number of cards actually flipped out. It's a sign. Special messages from the divine for Aries. Alright. So, Aries, utilising your skills here. There is work for you to do. Now, it's showing me here, with it being in this position, that it's actually work on yourself as well. So, a bit of effort being put into how you express yourself. Because this is the doorway through which you view the world, as well as how the world sees you. So a bit of work there to be done. Getting some clarification and being clear is also one of the messages here for you, with the Ace of Swords there, influencing how you use your resources and how you measure your self-worth. So you're going to get clear with yourself. So there's a bit of deep work going on here for you, Aries. Yeah. So with Uranus being there in that second house for a lot of you, Aries, some of you it may still be in the first house, but a lot of you have got it now in that second house. So there are sudden revelations that you will feel. For those of you that have got it's still in your first house, you could actually be coming through as a bit of an eccentric personality. Or it even could be that you're finding your ground with becoming a unusual leader, because Aries, it does lead anyway. Whichever way, you will be original. And originality is definitely needed in today's world, I feel. Now here with the Knight of Wands, you could be wanting to forge ahead. This is a card that symbolises being in a hurry and taking action. And I also feel, because of that Ace of Swords there, that you may be having to look at, if you're communicating, don't talk too fast. You know, be clear and precise with what you're trying to say. As well as you could find yourself rushing around a little bit too with this Knight of Wands. So with I here in Australia we've often got signs up on our highways when especially around holiday season and things like that, and it says "Don't die for a deadline," and that is something that's been just popped up. Is the don't put yourself on the line for a deadline. Yes, you've got to make your deadlines, but and I think I've got my grandmother here because there's something that she always said to me too, was you're better off 10 minutes late in this lifetime than 20 minutes early in the next. So it's all a message of just slow down and slow and steady. Yes, it is important to get to the destination, but it's more important to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. So attention to detail. Now this month, of course, we've got Mercury going retrograde on the 31st of October. And when I say this month, it's because I am recording these in October. So yeah, and it stays retrograde all through November, which is actually the month I'm reading for, as you know. So it's Mercury retrograde until the 20th of November. So that is also to do with the energy of the sign that Mercury is going retrograde in, which is Scorpio. Now, keeping in mind with that the best communicators are not only those that do all the talking, but they actually are the ones that can listen and actually hear what a person is saying on a deep cellular level. So just keep that in mind also, Aries viewers, because you can find a lot more information out by listening. Alright? And you can delve into the core of any matter as well. Now here we have the Ace of Wands. So if you take it steady and keep focused, I do feel with this Ace of Wands here in the base of the situation and your foundation, that wonderful new ideas will evolve out of that. And new beginnings and a bit of inspiration also is indicated there. So there also is a need here to put some things into action with your family and home also. So that's interesting to see that there. You will be having fun though, because you've got the Eight of Wands. Now that's possibly travel, and travel by air usually, and it is indicating messages going backwards and forwards between you and your desired hobby or entertainment, receiving tickets, things like that. And here we have the Four of Wands. Some of you are going to be able to spend a little bit more time focusing on the work around your home. There's been a bit of a striving here for that work-life balance also, and I feel that you are doing well with that, and it is an issue for the world at the moment. Is you know, all work and no play is sort of like no way, because you get stuck in a stalemate. You just and this Four of Wands is got a strong desire to want to just spend some time focusing on odd jobs around the house. So there's a lot of things that you could accomplish, because it is in the working area of the wheel. But it's also a strong symbolic signal to me of you know, having quite strong foundations and being able to support others too. So now there could be situations where you've got to support people in your workplace. Okay? Now, just for you that are interested in new moons and full moons, we have the full moon on the 12th of November. So keep your eye out for the full moon, in the sense of seeing what's culminating for you in that time. Okay? So the new moon is in Sagittarius on the 27th of November. And the sun also moves into Sagittarius on the 22nd of November. Now, those are significant times for shifts. Shifts of energy, shifts of the sign, shifts in energy. Okay, now the Sagittarius new moon on the 27th is a wonderful time to set your intentions and put forward and vibrating in that energy that brings about what you are wanting to manifest. And I'm just feeling, because the home is symbolised quite strongly here with the Ace of Wands in the area of the home and the Four of Wands representing the home, being in the work section of the wheel, and also the message from that being that of stability and being grounded, but taking action. So there could be a case where some of you are actually looking to starting work at home or working from home. Well done and congratulations if that is your case. Now, here in our area of relationship, partnerships of all natures, you have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is also the card of establishment and wanting to be able to conform. I'm hearing that it's a new kind of conformment. You know, the old way of conforming is shifting also. There is so much shifting and changing now. As we go into 2020, it really is a big big change in structures and institutions and things like that. So this is affecting some of you Aries watching the changes in the institutions and your partnership or cooperation with that. Now, for others, this is either embarking on the proposal of marriage, the ceremony itself, or renewing and finding new commitment in your present marriage. So that's lovely. Happy to see that there. It's also a spiritually enlightening card, which, you know, with Neptune in Pisces, and Neptune goes direct in Pisces on the 27th of November. So again, that's another time of shift. So there's a couple of interesting events happening on the 27th of November. We've got the new moon in Sag and Neptune goes direct. So, and Neptune will be in Pisces for some time to come yet. But the interesting energies of the Neptune in Pisces is the ability to be at one with God and being able to express your spiritual vision or your art or craft through that. So it's also an indication of inspirational teachers. So you could find your partner, whether it be in business or in marriage or in friendship, you could find your partner rather inspirational for you at the time. So don't discount those that you work closest with as, you know, when the pupil is ready, the teacher appears, and therefore you both teach each other out of that. And this also could be representing schools as well, or education systems shifting up a gear, because a lot of things are shifting up a gear, and that's why we're actually feeling that acceleration, really. And interestingly enough, for Aries, you've got Mars in the 7th house. So there is that drive to initiate and relationships, but also be independent in one-on-one relationships. Now Mars moves into Libra, so at the beginning of November, it's still in Libra. Mars is still in Libra. But it it moves into Scorpio on the 19th of November. Okay? Oh, excuse me. So that's another date to be aware of shifts happening. Okay, so that will, for a lot of you, bring out the desire for justice, and you may find that you'll become a little bit indecisive if you're being opposed, which here with the Five of Swords in the area of other people, there does seem to be a little bit of an opposition there. So with this, I'm being told that you have to turn your back on something, or the time isn't right at the moment. So if it's to do with dealing with higher authorities, governments, tax, bankers, that sort of thing, it's saying the time isn't right there, and you could be just needing to take a break and just know that it will come to you when the time is right. And I thought this month, if I got difficult situations showing up or challenging situations, I would ask the Divine Direction cards for the message for that area. So what is the outcome for Aries with that Five of Swords in that 8th house? What is... Oh, very good. Thank you. Oh, just get this. Thank you. Alright, so we have 3. So, first of all, we have abundance. So if it's about your financial situation, really you need patience, Aries. And then the next message is holiday. So you definitely need to take a break. And then you have your guides, the message from your guides there. So, so your abundance message for any situation involving other people's money or dealing with difficult people, other people, is abundance. Great news is heading your way. Abundance is coming to you in many forms. Holiday. It's time to go on that holiday you have been dreaming about. Live life. So maybe you've not been living life quite enough. And your guides, your spirit guides, are there to help you. Communicate with your spirit guides daily. There you are. So it may be a case of the beginning of the month for you financially, or dealing on a business level financially, trying to sort things out because you do have new ideas here in the home. Could be a little bit tense, but your divine direction cards are showing, that have popped out for you, are showing that you are heading towards those goals. Now here in with the 9 of Cups, that's a wish fulfilled, Aries. And you know, this area of the higher learning and feeling that you're ready to embark on new learnings is also being supported by Venus moving in to the 9th house, and that is giving you an urge to understand the world as well. So Venus in Sagittarius from the 1st of November, and then it moves into Capricorn on the 26th of November. So I do feel that you were also wanting that holiday, as it said here, but it seems to be money that's the thing that's holding up that holiday. But yeah, you want that adventure, and you do want it with your partner. And this is also the, you know, this is wining and dining here as well. So it could be, you know, you're enjoying dining with people from foreign countries, or it could just be you and your partner going out for a lovely meal at a foreign restaurant. But it's also wanting to understand the wider world is what they're telling me. Thank you, Spirit. Understanding the big picture even. Because there are strong desires. You've got this insatiable search within you to understand the meaning of life even. An endless quest for knowledge, and you could even find yourself being more philosophical. And again, of course, you've got that love of adventure, which is being very prominent here with that 9 of Cups, a wish fulfilled as well. Now, and that's backed up by the star there in the zenith of the Zodiac wheel. Wonderful card to have there. Now, with what you wish for, because you've got the wish card being fulfilled here, and that's doubled up by the Major Arcana card with the star. So you are going to get what you wish for. So be careful what you wish for through November, Aries. Don't waste those wishes, okay? And and again, this is also putting your faith in your higher self, your higher wisdom, listening to that voice that whispers, and listening to your guides and trusting that you are choosing the right direction. My guide is saying that there's a lot of you that are like, oh, well, where to now? Like, where do I go from here? This is saying that the way will become clear, which I feel is why you've got the card of clarity there in your second house, which is representing your values and your morals. So you're not going to make a wrong decision. Trust your higher self. Trust your dreams and be alert for signs. They may only be subtle little signs, but they're still answering your question. All right? Very exciting. Now here we have the Ten of Swords in the area of your hopes and wishes, which is a bit of a ominous card to have there. This is also friendships and social connotations here in that area of the wheel as well. So I'm feeling that you're needing to maybe cut away certain outworn energies or outworn people. There may have been some toxic people that you've had to deal with, and you have to sort of cut the cords. Very difficult to do, I know, but it is quite important, because you don't want to cut off your nose despite your face, which with Pluto in Capricorn, it is a case of if you keep holding on to that which isn't working for you anymore, you will continue to suffer. And there's something to do with your social group or your friendship groups that there is some suffering going on. Now this actually, I am sorry to say, could also be that you have people that are near and dear to you that may not be well. So you're also suffering because you're worried and you're caring about those. So we need to do a little bit of a deeper research with that Ten of Swords there. And again, I'll use my Divine Direction cards for that. Because November is going to be a strong Scorpio month with Mercury in Scorpio, and the Sun will be is in Scorpio, so there's strong scorpionic energies attached to November, especially with Mercury in Scorpio and being retrograde, so retracing over things, okay, and how well you use your resources. And I'll just focus on finding out for Aries what are the messages that you have for Aries with this Ten of Swords in their 11th house of friendships, hopes and wishes. You know, the Pluto energy there in Capricorn too, which is up here in your 10th house, your career, zenith of the wheel. This transit affects the world at large, and the planet now is going through a transformation of the old into, like, the old outworn structures and ways of doing things into a new enduring structure. It's also about digging deep. Have to dig deep, they're telling me. Pull up the big girl britches. Okay, can I please ask the Divine for a message for Aries with these challenges that they are facing? Aha. Alright. So your message for the area of career. So it's sort of for both of them. So it's a time to add extra energy to your career area. Maybe try something new. So is that you're cutting away, Aries? Let me know in the comments. Are you cutting away from a career that is no longer suiting you? Which would make sense to me with this Four of Wands being over here in your workhouse. And as I said, there's some of you that need congratulations. Now, wonderful message coming through here with the Page of Wands showing up. Messages going out, messages coming in. Also inspirational messages from the higher ups. So that's also very nice. And as I was mentioning about Neptune before going direct on the 27th, so things could actually be a lot clearer to you from the 27th of November onwards. So if you have been feeling overwhelmed, you may be able to find that you know, you can practice your meditation better. You also are finding time for that, and again, I feel that there will be a significant person that enters your life, and I am being shown that it is through November, that is an inspiration to you. Whether it's your partner or a new friendship, because I do feel that you've got to let go of some toxic friends or associations, and it could even be a toxic situation in your career life that you've got to let go of, that you've thought they were friends but they weren't, and you need to use your compassion for any of those near and dear to you that are suffering at the moment, and send them the healing light and send them the love vibration to help them heal and get through their difficult times. So now I will focus on a animal confirmation card for you for your totem animal message. So thank you, Divine, for the confirmation card for Aries for November for 2019. Oh, thank you. Okay, so your totem animal for this month is the Prince of Spring, Dolphin. Beautiful message. So it is saying an opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. Yes, thank you, Spirit. So, be passionate and you're charismatic. You've got confidence, but you're also restless. Alright, so that's probably because the Aries energy is one of a bit of restlessness. We like to, you know, once we've got a brilliant idea or a wonderful path opening, we want to get in there and get going. So, And you know, you could actually be in a situation where you may have been experiencing some setbacks. Okay, so this is letting you know that you can. There's nothing that you can't handle. Okay, Aries? Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to hearing your comments or reading your comments, as I do read all the messages that I receive. And don't forget to look for the details of how you can follow me on Facebook, and I also have my website details there, and Twitter has always got updates on it as well, which I'm getting a lot better at using all those. Yeah, and of course with the L Psychic Astrology group, there's always updates and fun activities going on there through the month as well. So thank you again, Aries, for joining me. Have a wonderful November. Many blessings and lots of love to you, and thank you for being a part of my tribe. Namaste.